I want to make this real simple, real quick. I have been getting a lot of requests for consults. Ladies and gentlemen, it is really taking up a lot of my time. Not the consults, but everything else that's going on, from answering emails. Of course, I'm doing things for SATCOM, but I'm not talking about SATCOM right now. I'm talking about EON. And this being the end of the year, as I told you, I don't take breaks. So let me tell you how the consults go. Basically, what the consults, the same as you see the screen here, I begin recording the screen. And we talk over the telephone. So I play, as you hear in the background, the music. We don't play music during the consults, but I play the phone conversation. I record on the phone and I record on the computer. Then I send you a copy of both recordings so that everything I do, such as, let's say I'm pulling up a document like this document that I'm getting ready to create for the land patents, okay? Let's say that I'm working on this document and we're talking about this particular document. So as I'm talking about the document, you will be able to look at the video and you'll be able to see everything that I was talking about, and while I was talking about it, so you'll be able to associate the conversation with the audio. Okay. Then I compress those, and I send them to you. Now, while I do that, we are having a conversation. The beginning of the conversation starts with you telling me what the issues are and how expanding these issues are. And then we come up with a game plan. Now, again, do me a favor. Go and talk to an attorney. You know, they offer you guys those free 15-minute consultations, and see if they give you any resolutions to your problems. You get your 15 minutes, but that's just you're explaining everything. That's most of the time right there, is you're explaining everything. Now, after you explain everything, see if they offer you any solution. Go ahead. Many of you have talked with attorneys, you've talked with other people, and usually they only give you one solution. Ladies and gentlemen, most of the people that I talk to, they receive at least 3 or 4 different solutions. As you know, I don't believe in just going at one problem one way. I tell you, you must do. I told you, my mother told me, whenever you're in a fight, I don't care if it's a piece of dust, you better pick it up. Well, she didn't say dust, she said a piece of lint. I'm not joking. These were literally her words. I don't care if it's a piece of lint, you better pick it up and use it to defend yourself. She didn't sound like that, but those are her words. And that's the enthusiasm in her voice when she said that, because of the neighborhood I lived in. I've lived by that principle. When I go at something, I don't just go at it one way. I have to attack it from all angles. This is not that you just pick up a bunch of rocks and just throw it at the wall and try to see what's going to stick, huh? Yes. But unlike everyone else, ladies and gentlemen, I don't do the frivolous stuff. As a matter of fact, if you listen to the videos, I try to keep you away from doing what's called frivolous by the court. But again, we're fighting the court. So as I told you guys earlier today, let's say, for instance, if I'm speaking with people now, I'm telling them about land patents and how the land patent is done, and how if you use the correct laws, they can't stop you from recording it. And that a land patent is a superior recording. Hold on. Let's see. This is some of the things. All fixtures, attachment, easement, metals, minerals, liquids, appliances, structures, occupy space above, it's supposed to be occupied. So this is supposed to be a D, not an S. Voice recognition. Occupied space above and below said lands. Automobiles, landscapes, services, airspace, trails, passageways, electrical wiring, plumbing, wood in any and all forms, man-made and or natural elements, and or combinations thereof, interests, assets, titles, certificates, recordings, parcels, units, lots, and or divisions associated thereto, etc. All the security interests and any and all equitable interests shall exist and remain in force perpetually, securing title in fee simple alloidio Any and all debts associated with the property are hereby accepted on behalf of the United States of America and discharged as a result of the banking holiday and the national emergency bankruptcy. I got to get rid of emergency. That's twice. Can't have that. Economic Relief Act of March 9, 1933, which is still extant. Senate report. Okay? That's what I'll be showing you. Stuff like that. And showing you how to process it and put it together. But hold on. Some people think that I'm going to handle their cases. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have time to handle your case. That's not part of this. That's not what the consult is all about. I will tell you what to do in your case. I'll even give you templates. Yeah, I know. You go to an attorney and all this stuff and they don't give you no templates of nothing. No, I'll give you the templates. I'll give you what you will need for every single so-called, what's the word for it, solution that I provide. Okay? However, this I must be very clear on. What I will not do is talk with you about Treasury Direct accounts, the Social Security account, or that wonderful Federal Reserve account. I've already made it. Oh, and or SATCOM processes. Cannot talk to you about those things. Have an agreement that I will not do that, so I must honor that agreement. Okay? Finally, the consultation is for an hour. However, everyone gets at least 2.5 hours. Normally, I've been given 4 hours, 6 hours to some people, but I can't do that anymore. I just don't have the energy, ladies and gentlemen. But it is an hour, guaranteed, and that is for $500. It's done through PayPal. Since PayPal accepts, pay attention, PayPal accepts the payment, they charge whatever the taxes are for where the account is set up. The account is set up in Washington. Since the account is set up in Washington, they charge 10%, so it is $550 in total. That's why, because you have to pay the taxes, that's why I give you the other hour to an hour and a half, okay? Because if they're going to charge you taxes, ladies and gentlemen, then you might as well get your quote-unquote money's worth. Every single person I have talked to, they keep thanking me. I'm not joking. I'm not making this up. I have one lady who, thank you so much, thank you so much. Oh, God, I don't know. You just came at the right, but I don't. Stop it, okay? You don't need to thank me for having a conversation and telling you what I know. I do it for free on YouTube all the time. It's just when you're asking for the personal help, personal assistance, then you're taking up my time, which I constitute as being valuable. Okay? With that, you get me not holding back, giving you the details that I won't talk about on YouTube. There are certain things, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot go into detail about. Okay? That's just the way it is. I cannot go into detail about because of responsibility. You know, with great power comes great responsibility. Well, there are certain things that if I were to say on YouTube, I would be, in my own understanding of things, irresponsible. I cannot do that. But speaking to a person one-on-one, I can answer the questions, point them in the right direction, and make sure they understood it. On video with YouTube, I can't do that. Well, why don't you open up the comments? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not doing this to please you. I'm doing this because people want access to certain information. And if they want access, I will give them that information, but they are going to compensate me for my time. So this video is being done to let everyone know, if you want to consult, these are the considerations. You don't email me saying you want to consult. Okay? I will give you an email address where you will contact me for a consult. I will tell you you need to send a consult request, and I will give you a specific address to make that request. Once you receive that specific address to make that request, You can only make a request for a consult with EON. That's what the request has to say. Request for consult with EON. Please send invoice. That's what your request has to say. I'd like to make a request for a consult with EON. Please send me the invoice. Just simple. Doesn't have to say nothing else, because if it says anything else, if you ask questions, then you will not be considered. Left, right, this side of San Francisco, San Francisco, and San Francisco. Okay? Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, it's just the way it has to be. Because if you can't follow simple instructions in God, I'm surrounded by people who, over the past 6 months, have not been able to follow simple instructions. If you can't follow simple instructions, you and I are not the ones that need to be communicating. Okay, you need a different service than what I can provide. Okay, but if you think, oh, and please, 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 I don't mind handling situations at the last minute. In other words, if you got the sheriff showing up at your house on Thursday and you call me today, look, you're going to be wasting your money. I can give you things to do, but you're going to be wasting your money because you need to give me an opportunity to give you something to work with. Okay, I am not a miracle worker. Yes, I've worked out miracles. Yes, things that, but that is the God that I serve that's worked it out. Okay, but right now the system that we're dealing with, that we're fighting against, is very crooked. So what I do is I give you more than one angle, and hopefully one of those angles are in conjunction with each other, especially the land patent. Information that I wasn't giving out, that I said I wasn't going to give out back in 2012. But I wasn't going to give it out because I was trying not to interfere with the system. But the system, pay attention, the system is the very same thing that's interfering with you guys. And they're failing to tell you why they're doing things the way they're doing. So I choose to tell you. Okay? You want to consult with EON? It's real simple. You can go to YouTube. Uh-oh, not that. That's my YouTube. That's not the YouTube I want. That channel doesn't do anything. That's just subscriptions from YouTube. Like I said, tons of emails. You just consult with EON. See, I want to consult with EON. What must I do? And why must I research for, why you must research for yourself? Okay? I want to consult with EON. Howtocontacts.com. Is it free? By EON. Adverse possession. Consult with the AP group. You don't get to do that right there. People want to be a part of that group. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have groups. I did that group because we were going to do adverse possession with you all. Now, wait, I said I don't have groups. This is the last thing I'm going to say. Do not ask about it when it's time, and it probably won't be until March anyway. When the time comes, I will let you know if that's still available. We're going to put together a group where we're going to speak with people directly about adverse possession. Okay, more than likely that will be through SATCOM. But you guys are going to have to be patient because we are considering it. We haven't made a determination, so it won't be until about March when that happens. Hey, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, thank you very much. Please have a good day.